Alright, hey guys, this is a bit late, but good grief. So much has been going on with personal stuff and work, I have not really had the time to sit down and make this video. I have done, gosh, it's been 5 years since I started YouTube. Good grief. It was last month when that happened, but way too much was going on, and it completely slipped past me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing that happened. Oh boy. Of course, my chair wants to make all the noises. But, there's a few things I did want to kind of talk about and also get y'all's thoughts on it, so here we go. First one off is I honestly thought it would be a lot easier to get done with Final Fantasy Tactics A2. I'm sorry that it's not taken a shorter amount of time to do this. I thought it's like, oh man, it's not gonna be a problem. I'm gonna just do 5 quests a day and we're gonna be great. And no, especially when you get to the post game. I guess if you, instead of doing several episodes in between each story mission, and you mainly just did maybe an episode of it and then did story and then did more of it, maybe it wouldn't have gone as boring as it has been sometimes. Because I'm sitting here going, okay, how am I going to make a video out of just this one quest? I mean, that's essentially what the last episode was. It's like, oh, yeah, this is gonna be a thing, but alright, I'm not gonna complain about it. So, I'm hoping, and this is just honest me kind of talking here. I'm hoping to be done with it by the end of September. That's me giving it a bit of a generous amount of time, because I think I could get it done. It's just gonna take a lot of grinding, which I'm not the biggest fan of. When it comes to games like that, some games I don't mind grinding, some I don't do. One of the games I don't mind grinding, you're actually watching right now, where I'm playing Monster Hunter. I was doing one of the Elder Dragon fights. I believe I think it's pronounced the Kashula Daora or some. The giant wind dragon that really is a big pain in the neck. Somehow I did it first try. That's something else entirely. But I might go through that whole hunt by itself at some point. But at any rate, there is that's been going on, so I'm trying to get that done, and it's possible that I'll do this. I'm not entirely sure. I might actually kind of to have something else go on while I'm trying to do some of these videos for Final Fantasy in the background. I want to start, and I've started streaming again on Twitch. And doing a playthrough of Hollow Knight, and I'm gonna kind of have that go in between this Final Fantasy and Advance Wars Dual Strike, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I want to do with Dual Strike is ridiculous. I'm sitting here thinking, how am I going to pull this off? Hopefully, if it's going to be too ridiculous, then I'll kind of dumb it down a little bit, but I still want to do a lot of cool editing stuff, and I'm going to have to learn a lot of it, because I've never used After Effects, and that's one of the things I want to use. That being said, it's going to be one of those series that I'm going to upload when I get done with the video, and I'm not going to have a schedule for it, so that's going to be a thing. To kind of make up for that, so I'll still have content on a regular basis. Like I said, I was going to be uploading some small chunks of each of the streams from Hollow Knight that I do. I'm also planning on possibly doing just more or less, I don't know if you would call it a grinding stream, but not really. It's just me kind of trying to quickly go through Fire Emblem, the one on the GBA, because I'm wanting to actually have everything unlocked, and I left it off with me being kind of almost done with Elwood's story, and I haven't actually sat down and finished it. It's just so much going on. But hey, there is that. Also, with that being said, I do have another thing I want to kind of put out there, and I just want to kind of get y'all's feedback on this. Since I'm putting so much time into doing all of this, I thought about it, and I'm not sure. Again, I'm still kind of hesitant to actually say I want to do this, but I've kind of put it in the end credits, but I know not everyone watches the whole video, especially since some of them are like hours long. But I've gone back and tweaked it and whatnot, but I had made a Patreon page for the channel to more or less kind of give you guys a way to support other than just watch a video and stuff like that. And I want to try to make this channel something unique in the best way I possibly can. And one of the ways I want to do that is to kind of have you guys have a little bit of your say in it. The way I have it laid out right now, this is by the time I'm actually recording this. I don't know if it's going to change or not. It might not. But I've got it to where there's two of them that are like essentially a subscription of it. You go through it every month. And then there is one tier of it that's just completely donation at one time kind of thing. And I want you guys to kind of give your feedback on this, of whether or not you think this is something you would want to kind of back yourself, or give me your opinion on kind of what essentially tiers you would rather go for, or like what you would want as a more or less like a benefit from each tier. Mainly because I have this is kind of like a new type of thing for me, and I've just kind of been messing with it here and there, trying to tweak it in the best way I possibly can, because I honestly don't know how to go about this, but I do want to I do want to actually have it in a manner to where I can feel like I can actually put more time and effort into the stuff I do on YouTube and also on Twitch, because I'm trying to get back into it, but a lot of it's like, well, don't have really an audience on that yet. Not that I have too big of an audience on YouTube yet, but I just want to be able to I just I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, and I'm sorry if I'm not coming across the best way possible, but essentially what I want to do is I want to have an environment where it's more of a community than a place you visit and then you peace out. And I'm trying to kind of piece everything together and trying to make it into that kind of community, and I would really like you guys to give your feedback on it, and I also would really like the feedback of what you think about the whole Patreon thing and whether or not you think it's worth your money or not, because if it's not, that's fine, and I'll need to figure out a way to actually make it worth the money you would be willing to, that you would donate for it. But again, this whole thing, I'm trying to open like a little discussion here, and I really do want y'all's feedback on it. And I'll be honest, the benefits for the tiers, I honestly just kind of put filler bits in there because I honestly don't know what I want to do with it yet. And I do apologize. I do apologize about that, but that is honestly something I want to get to that point where it'd be a little bit better than just whatever nonsense I've got there at the moment. And I am incredibly sorry. I'm feeling silly at this point. Apparently someone upstairs is kind of being pretty loud. Anyway. Other than that, I don't have too much to go and talk about. Oh gosh. Oh, alright. I better go ahead and kind of sign off here because I'm... You know what? I don't know. Those are the biggest things I really wanted to talk about. The fact that with the Patreon, I wanted to get y'all's feedback on it. And I'm going to put a link to the Patreon in the end of the video. And I'm genuinely asking for feedback on it. Also, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a bit of a heads up on what was going on with Final Fantasy. I'm going to try to keep it at 3 videos a week so I can push myself to get it finished, because I really do want to get this game finished. Oh my gosh. It's just, I forgot how bad of a grind it is if you've done so much in so little of a time. It's just, gosh, I've been at this game since I finished Super Mario RPG back in January. This has been forever. I've been at this game for 8 months. Oh boy. I can guarantee you I'm not gonna do a game this long for a while. Whew. And I thought Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks was taking it's too long. Oh gosh, how wrong was I on that? At least I knew exactly what I was gonna do in that episode. This one I'm trying to figure out what to do to actually get it done. Oh. That is something else. But hey. Anyway guys, I'm just in here rambling on at this point. If you stayed, thank you. And I do want to thank all the new subscribers. Good grief. In the past year, I don't even... I got so many... Just... The community has grown, I can just put it that way, by a significant amount, and I'm extremely happy about that. And I'm glad that as so many people have come in and said, hey, I really love your videos and stuff like that. That's just been, it's meant a lot. It really has. And I want to say thank you for that, and also it's been awesome that that more people think that I create and get enough content to hang out a little bit more than just one video. So I'm really happy about that. It means a lot. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.